Nā, kei tōku taha I tēnei wā, te tāhuhu rangapū o te taurawhiri I te reo Māori, a Glynis Philip Barbara, tēnā rā koe, te tuahine.
Kia ora.
Professor Zuckerman says we should put a lot of our funding into our rangatahi. What's your response to that?
I think we already do quite a lot of that. The majority of language funding actually is invested in education. But I think what we have learned over 25 years is that what happens at home is important as well. What happens in the community is important as well. So I think supporting the learning journeys of children by actually supporting them in the home so that they have a spoken language, more naturally transmitted language that they can use practically every day, that's the direction that we're certainly moving in.
He also talks about hybridity, the language of our ancestors merging with the contemporary modern style of language. Do you have any opinions on that? Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's just a thing. It's part of our language journey. I mean, you and I both know we've recovered our language from zero, from a standing start. The language reclamation journey is exactly that, it's a journey. So hybridity is a part and parcel of that journey. I mean, you and I both like hanging out with native speakers. We like hearing those language forms in order to lift our language as we kind of grow a bit older. So I suppose hybridity is a part of that language journey, but it's not the whole kōrero.
Does hybridity affect language quality though?
It can do. I hear some shocking things out there, but when I hear those shocking things, I look at the person who's speaking in that language and try and imagine what they'd be like in, say, 10 or 15 or 20 years' time, once they've had the benefit of exposure to native language forms.
Dr. Zuckerman, or Professor Zuckerman, he's also not a fan of compulsion, making the reo mandatory in our schools or mandatory right across the board. What's your opinion on making the reo compulsory, mandatory in our schools?
Well,
Are you a supporter?
I think I have mixed feelings about compulsion. I think there are some really good arguments made around having the resource focused on te reo Māori, and that there is a thought that if it's not compulsory then the resource doesn't flow. But also this has been well debated over at least 25 years. When the Our Extant legislation was being debated, Koro Wetere decided against compulsion because they felt that that wouldn't be a sustainable solution for language loss.
It's good that you sort of referred back to the past there, because this month marked the 40th anniversary of the petition that was taken to Parliament for our language. In your opinion, what's changed in the last 40 years?
Well, what's cool is that UNESCO says that te reo Māori's moved from being severely endangered to endangered. And in the world family of endangered languages, that's quite a stunning move in 25 years. Extraordinarily slow for people like me who want to see change immediately. But it is the nature of large-scale social change. So we have made some important moves. And of course, we have Kohanga Reo, we have Kura Kaupapa Māori, we have Whare Kura, we have the ongoing endurance of organisations like Te Ātārangi, lots and lots of language activity in our communities. And I think that's a fitting tribute to those people who had the courage to put te reo Māori on the national platform back in '72.
Is it a Māori-only responsibility to revive our language, or is it a New Zealand responsibility to revive te reo Māori?
Definitely the latter. But as Māori and non-Māori, we're motivated by different things to learn the language. So te reo Māori is an important part of our landscape as New Zealand, as Aotearoa. But for Māori, te reo Māori gives us a much deeper and richer understanding of ourselves, of our culture. It feels really good to be able to laugh with everybody at the marae when good jokes are going down, you know. It feels really good to understand what's happening when the whai kōrero's happening. So I think we're differently motivated, but we definitely all have responsibility.
Just to go back to the compulsion question, a lot of people say English is compulsory in our schools. English is a compulsory subject. Why shouldn't Māori be compulsory?
Yeah, I think it poses an interesting question. Some of the early clips that you put on the show this morning, they showed an image of Amster and Auntie Kiri and them walking down the street asking for equal status for English and Māori. I think that's a really good idea to actually begin to explore, well, what would equal status for English and Māori look like, and how might we resource and support that?
Is that part of the Taurawhiri's future plan?
It's always part of Taurawhiri's future plan. We do as much as we can to excite people about our language, to get people involved, to get people on board, and just give as much advice as we can to support people's journey.
And what is the plan for the future in terms of Te Taurawhiri and its support of te reo Māori?
So at the moment we're working on a strategy with the Minister of Māori Affairs. It's largely focused on what's happening within our communities. So where we have awesome language speaker communities operating, we're looking to see how we can support and I guess, strengthen that and help others learn about how we develop those communities of language use.
And the Māori Language Awards is a big part of that too, isn't it?
Huge part of that. Yeah. Me mihi ka tika.
Kia ora. Kia ora rawa te koe Glynis, ngā mihi nui ki a koe mo tō whakawātea mai a koe tēnei ata.
Kia ora.
Kia ora rā. Ai, i rongo koutou i te korero a Glynis, ko tētahi mahi nui kei te mahia e tātou, hei whakarauora ake i tō tātou reo, he whakanui i ngā rōpū me ngā umanga e whakapau kaha ana ki te tautoko i te reo Māori. Ka whakawhiwhia rātou ki ētahi tohu mō tā rātou hāpai i te reo i roto i te wiki o te reo Māori. No mātou o Marae Investigates te Maringa Nui, kei a mātou ngā ingoa o ngā rōpū kua uru ki ngā whiringa toa mō aua tohu rā.
Finalists for local and central government are Auckland City Council, Auckland Transport, Inland Revenue Department, Ministry for Culture and Heritage, Ministry of Social Development, Family and Community Services, Nelson City Council, New Zealand Qualifications Authority and Rotorua District Library.
In community and business, the finalists are Hauraki Māori Trust Board, Language Keyboards, Microsoft New Zealand Limited, PP Wharoa, Raukathauri, Switch Productions, Te Kōtuku Rerenga Tahi Limited, Te Reo o Taranaki Trust, Te Reo Sing-Along, Te Runanga o Ngāti Whakaue ki Makatū, the Gisborne Herald, Westpac New Zealand, and Vodafone New Zealand with Hika Group.
And the finalists in the education category are Insol Ave School, Kaiti Primary School, Kirikiri High School, Te Kunena ki Purehuroa Massey University, Te Punareo o Puhi Kaiti, Te Tumu University of Otago, Tokoroa High School, Waiariki Institute of Technology, and Whitireia Polytechnic.